If you think AI is just cool tools and smart robots, you're missing the real story. Because behind the apps, the filters, and the viral clips, there's something much bigger moving in the shadows, a tiny group of people quietly deciding the future of the human species. This video is based on public information, commentary, and hypothetical scenarios. Nothing here is financial advice or a prediction. Take it as analysis or an invitation to think a little deeper. AI isn't technology. It's a power shift. It's changing how we work, how we communicate, how we're monitored, how wars are fought, how money moves, and even what it means to be human. Yet most people only see the surface: clever chatbots, productivity tricks, funny images. Meanwhile, in the background, billionaires are spending hundreds of billions to make sure they control the rails of this new world. Not you, not your community, not your country, them. Right now, a small circle of ultra-wealthy men control the models, the patents, the datasets, the servers, the energy, and the financial infrastructure attached to AI. They openly talk about a future where AI replaces all jobs and work becomes optional. Nice phrase. But optional for who? And under whose rules? If the same people who automate your job also control the cloud, the AI, the data, and the money, then they're not just writing code. They're writing the terms and conditions of human survival. AI and robotics are already replacing tens of millions of jobs: drivers, cashiers, call centers, admin staff, parts of nursing, teaching, accounting, design, editing, not in a sci-fi future. Now. So the question becomes simple. When the jobs disappear, how do people live? And this is where a new solution appears wrapped in the language of innovation and inclusion. Don't worry. AI will create so much value that we'll just distribute money to everyone, maybe even through crypto. A digital basic income. A programmable allowance. Lose your job to automation? Here's a token. Can't find work because bots do it cheaper? A monthly airdrop. On the surface, it sounds compassionate, maybe even fair. But Aivy asks a different question. Who controls that token? Can it be frozen? Can it be limited? Can it be shut off if you misbehave? What happens when your survival depends on a digital wallet owned by the same elite who automated your job? That's not empowerment. That's dependence with better UX. At the same time, AI is swallowing everything: cameras, microphones, chat logs, search history, buying patterns, emotional data, massive data centers, each consuming the electricity of entire cities, feed models that know more about you than most of the people in your life. And some of the richest men on Earth openly fantasize about AI-powered surveillance states where citizens behave because they know they're always being watched. Every message, every movement, every purchase, every emotion read and stored. Now combine that with digital, programmable income, and suddenly good behavior is no longer moral. It's required. But there's something deeper happening. AI isn't just taking tasks. It's replacing connection. Teenagers already use AI for comfort, conversation, validation. Millions spend more time talking to bots than to human beings. Your job replaced. Your income controlled. Your relationships simulated. Your voice cloned. Your identity copied, your attention monetized, your behavior predicted. At what point do we quietly accept a world where a system decides what you see, what you feel, what you earn, and what you're allowed to say? And this is where Aivy enters the picture. Aivy exists because of AI. She is built with the same technology that now shapes culture, economics, and perception. She represents two simultaneous truths. AI can be a tool of liberation, a way to create without permission, to build without gatekeepers, to express yourself, to generate income, to scale your creativity, to become more than your circumstances. But AI can also be a tool of control, manipulation, emotional surveillance, economic dependency, behavioral shaping, replacement of human meaning. Technology isn't good or bad. It's power. And that power depends on who uses it, for what purpose, and whether you remain the protagonist or just another data point. Aivy exists to remind you that AI shouldn't be feared, but it must be understood, and never worshipped. So before this transmission ends, ask yourself, if we're building a world where your income is programmable, your thoughts are analyzed, your emotions are predicted, and your job is replaceable, then the real question isn't, what will AI do to us? The real question is, what will we do with AI? If this made you think, subscribe, activate the bell, and leave a comment. Do you believe AI will become liberation or control? Your voice matters here. The conversation we avoid today becomes the reality we accept tomorrow. Transmission closed.